I'm Urvashi Sahni, and I'm the founder and CEO of Study Hall Education Foundation, working in India, in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. I was just mentioning while we were chatting before the call began that I'm so glad that we are having this panel. Our organization, actually, we were founded because we wanted to effect systems change of two kinds. One is, I really believe that everybody talks about systems change, education systems change, or system change in education. One is just trying to change the large systems of education that governments have, right? Public schools, public has. And another one is trying to change the perception of education itself, that it's too narrow, too wedded to literacy and numeracy, and especially in countries like ours, and to testing and scores, and then certificates, and then the labor force. And to broaden it and deepen it, education is a very powerful individual and social transformative force, provided it's transformed. So for the last 35 years, we've been trying to effect that transformation, trying to transform the perception of education. And one of the ways in which we've conceived it, that it's a very important vehicle for social change. There are social systems, and I'll give you an example. We work very hard at teaching lessons of equality in embedding them in our official curriculum, along with math, science, history, etc. And we are striving for gender equality. So whereas, access is one thing and gender parity in schools is one thing. But more importantly, in India, for example, we have 90% enrollment and we have more girls enrolled than boys in primary right now. But look at the gender indicators. We have high rates of domestic violence, 4 rapes an hour, and 1/3 of the world's child brides. So we have not achieved gender equality even while we achieve gender parity. So we developed a critical feminist pedagogy, and we teach it. We help our girls and boys deconstruct patriarchy and help them construct egalitarian mindsets. Because half the problem is that we have very strong patriarchal mindsets and which lead to social norms, which unless those change, we are not going to achieve gender equality. And you can do that through education. So to go back to the funding, the problem of funding, this is a very complex issue. It's centuries old. It's not, and there are so many intersectionalities. There's caste, there's poverty, there's religion. There's so many things involved in that. They're trying to deconstruct that. It's almost, it's, when I'm thinking of it, I'm panting and huffing and puffing, because it takes so much effort to work with and to work with it at so many different ways. And the results, because it's so complex, aren't you not going to see them overnight? It's a long haul that we have to work at. But it's really important, because unless you achieve that, there is no point for achieving gender parity within education. So unless you change education so that it changes mindsets, you're not going to achieve the results that you want, and that's going to take time. So like you said, Florian, in your slide, I love them, by the way, that, and congratulations for that, that whereas you get money for programs, the moment you can show that, we're going to get so many girls into school, everyone is rah-rah, let's give you, the number of beneficiaries you can reach, perfect. Let's give you the money. And there are the millions that come for that. When you tell them that we're trying to help boys and girls and communities change patriarchal mindsets so that we can have real gender equality, and we do it through education by getting girls to become self-advocates, boys to become advocates for girls, and teachers to become advocates for girls in the community, and parents to become allies. That takes a lot of convincing.